Hello there and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 where I'm playing as Persia. It is 1608. I am technically at war with pretty much most of Europe. However, that is due to the Ottomans. I think they finally had a coalition forming against them. Oh. Russia no longer considers the Timurids to be a rival. That may make things difficult for me. Nope. They would still join a war with them. Okay. I'm waiting for Russia to pay off their debts because I really want them to join a war with me against the Timurids. Because I would need the assistance in doing so. The Ottomans, however, still are losing this massive war. It's because they're running two wars at once, which probably isn't great. I don't know, are they wrapping up the other war or not? Not really. I've got a feeling the Ottomans are going to lose a bit at the end of this, and hopefully I won't be too affected by it. Because that would not be great for me. In the meantime, I'm just kind of waiting for the Russians to become available in a war, pretty much. And in the meantime, the Ottomans will just continue to be assaulted. Russia's still in crazy debt. I don't think even if I paid some of it wouldn't be enough to drag them down, so I really need Russia to start making money. Because as much as I got a technological advantage over the Timurids, I definitely don't have a military or numbers advantage, and it'd be a very close call, let's put it that way, for me to take on the Timurids by themselves. They do have unrest, and I'm sure they've got their own debts and issues. However, here comes Hungary. Kind of on par with most of the European armies. I really wish the Ottomans would peace out on this problem they've created for me. Looks like they might have peaced out with the other war. They have. So now they can at least put the numbers back into fighting the European powers that they have disturbed. Russia's... oh, they've paid off a bit of their debts. So I just have to keep an eye on this. Make sure when the time comes I can attack all these Timurid particularists are still doing their thing. I wonder, if I support the rebels... oh wow, that costs a lot of money. You're not going to spend all that money, that's for sure. What if I just do this? I'm going to try that. I'm going to confirm. I'm going to support these Omani separatists. And just see what actually happens. I did lose an advisor though, so I better get him back. I've reached maximum power in Diplo. So I guess I might as well get these next, actually. Oops, trying to send an insult. Russia's still in debt. What could I do with some Diplo power rather than buying a And again, I'm making good money. Oh, let's just get the next one, why not? Diplotech 17 Merchantman. Further development of transport ships led to construction of larger and faster vessels, which still tried to maintain the simplicity of construction of the flute. These ships fell under the generic term merchantman. So it gives me a new ship type, new trade depot, more trade range. Okay. But I need to upgrade my ships. No, I can't. I don't need to. Generalship in the Emirs has ended. Might as well reinstate that. Get another free general. Who doesn't love a good free general? Russia still in big debt. Come on, Russia. Just gonna pause it for a second. I can now do support rebel mission. But all I can do is enforce rebel demands, so I can't actually use that to help. Can't take my own land, but yeah, okay. No, I could take land still. Humiliate, you can't take land. You just do other things. Oh, good. I'll just keep plodding along, avoiding this mess. Oh, that actually doesn't take some my. My forts up there aren't as strong as they could be. That's a shame. Oh, rebels crossed into my land. How dare they? I'm gonna go sort that out. Russia's still in debt. Still these separatists, those rude buggers. You leave my land alone. That's better. The poor of Damascus. As cities grow, the old amenities and walls that once supported them decay. In Damascus, this has over time led to change. Less clean workshops such as those of tanners have moved beyond the city walls, as have the cemeteries. Most visible, however, is the increasing number of poor in the streets. As existing charities have not been able to keep up with the rapid growth of the city, it has been suggested that we set aside more state property as waqf, charitable donations for the upkeep of the public soup kitchens and bathhouses. Okay. Damascus, I don't really want to lose 60 tax there. That's a lot of tax loss. But it gives me 10 prestige. So we will naturally support such a cause. While I get my land back. Looks like the Ottomans are sort of fighting back. Jeez. What a mess they got themselves into. Russia, come on, get out of debt already. I'm the only potential ally in this war. I'm just worried that they're gonna start a new war before I can bring them into mine. Send a missionary to Yerevan. The Emirs. Timid to set Mamluks as a rival. That's odd. Not odd, but can get... Ooh, I'm getting another admin tech. Like I said, I want to get these ideas knocked away so I unlock some more things. So I'm going to get another idea set in humanist, but first, coffee and tobacco. While they are quite new to our society, the use of stimulants such as coffee and tobacco has spread quickly, with coffee houses now a common feature from Baghdad to Shirvan. The popularity is especially marked among the Sufi orders. The novelty of these substances means that the religious establishment is divided on their proper use. Many strict legalists want us to limit their use, while others argue for caution, as both coffee and tobacco are very popular in our state. The local governor of Sharqi have now turned to Baghdad, wanting to close down the local coffee houses that he believes have become meeting places for dissidents. 6 unrest in Shirvan. Is that really going to hurt me? Where is Shirvan? Shirvan's an area. Oh, I'm sure I can cop that. Let us impose restrictions. How long is it for? 5 years? Yeah. No, I can put up with that, I believe. Russia's still fighting all their dissidents. I mean, Timurids are. I kind of want... It'd be great to see a big chunk of land just disappear. Horse population boom. A horse is best bought as a cavalry mount at the age of 3 or 4. Fortunately for us, over the last few years we have had an above average amount of horses born. This increase in supply has made the recruitment of cavalrymen much cheaper. Okay. I'm trying to decide if the Ottomans are getting back or not. I can get that property back for Ardabil. There's a big army. They've got numbers, that's not the issue. This is probably big numbers on both sides, isn't there? Just playing a very patient game. I guess the longer I wait for this war, the less aggressive expansion pen I'm going to have, so it's probably not a bad thing that I am waiting. Russia paid off some more of their debt, which is good. Yeah, got some land back from my vassal, and so I've helped. But I'm not committing to that mess. I don't see that's my issue. I don't want to lose troops just because of the Ottomans' greed. Actually, I might even... Is it worthwhile upgrading a castle now? Rigorous researchers. Academic institutions are not immune to corruption, and the profits that can be made by abusing positions of great influence can stand in the way of creating a good environment for research. However, Persian scientists are largely above this, focusing on genuine intellectual achievements above titles and financial contributions. The lack of corruption in society allows us to explore and invent without being impeded by selfish interests. 40 monarch points all around. That's always welcome. You know what, I might try and do it. Let's upgrade this fort in... No, I can't. Why can't I upgrade that fort in Yerevan? Is that because the missionary's doing his thing there? Yemen's announced me as a rival. That's odd choice. Which they will pay for. Russia's still in debt. Can I make them my rival then? Don't know. Yemen have insulted me. How dare they? Well, let's get another humanist idea. Let's get benevolence. Our nation is a bastion of tolerance and enlightenment. By ensuring that all other nations know this, we can foster better relations abroad. So improve relations skill. Oh, do I get the last one? I think I will. Humanist tolerance. By striving towards a more tolerant society and making attempts at solving our social and religious problems in more rational ways, the risk of civil disorder will diminish. So tolerance of heathens is increased. New policies are available. So I get a free policy in each wing. So I'm going to take, obviously, enlightened aristocracy. To encourage education and high literary standards among the aristocracy in order to ensure that the men leading our nation are the closest followers of our humanist ideals. So more unity and increasing production efficiency. Okay. Now I can do diplomatic policy. Multilingual diplomats. Ensure that our diplomats are educated in the tongues of foreign courts in order to facilitate understanding between us and other cultures. Another promoted culture and more improved relations skill. I'm not sure that's going to unlock another one or not. Although diplomatic reputation would be handy, so I'll wait on this one. I'll max out this first. So let's get one here. Or was I waiting? Was I saving that for war? I'll sit on that for a little bit. We'll just see if Russia get any closer to paying off their debts. Ah, I can build a trade depot. That's a marketplace. The Europeans are back up in my land. I probably should go deal with that since it's me directly involved now. Although, I want to pump out a lot more troops. No, I just hate to waste, or not waste, but I hate to lose all my armies getting caught in a fight, if you know what I mean. And that's not really the most exciting episode, because I'm just sitting and waiting. Sometimes these things need to be done. No, that threat's gone, they're pushing back again. Talented judge. Acquiring an education in theology and law is often a long process involving studying classical works of law under the tutelage of sheikhs of various madrasas. For every work of commentary learnt, the student acquires a certificate, an ijaza. Depending on what madrasa and which sheikh, the worth of the ijaza may not necessarily be the same. A specific learned man has lately been making a very good impression in madrasas around the country. No doubt he has great careers as a qadi or mufti ahead of him. Like as usual, Syria is in need of a new qadi. Help down there. Yeah, pumping some numbers in. That's for sure. Let's grab quantity idea. Mercenary contracts. They're pretty cheap now, so I might as well get them. By drawing up standing contracts with certain mercenary captains, we can ensure that we will always have access to a large pool of mercenaries to draw on, should they be needed. Not that I really use mercenaries very often. And get conscripted garrisons. By conscripting our able young men for our garrisons, we can ensure that we have enough men to defend our borders. Increases the garrison size of my forts. My High Imam is craven, so my morale of armies is lowered. That's not great. Russia's still in debt. I must get one more. Let's get the expanded supply trains. Investing more resources into our supply trains will allow our army to operate for longer periods of time in hostile land. So it lowers attrition, which is good, I guess. An advisor died. So that's all those ideas done. I can take on the Penalize on the Sword Act. So increases my land force limit modifier and my diplomatic reputation, which is always good, I would imagine. Why do I have an alliance with the Ottomans? Oh. The war is over. Lüneburg. Has a peace? Ottomans will give cause to Hungary, release sovereign states, and a lot of... and prestige. I think they got off pretty lightly there, to be honest. I did not want to get that guy. Now, I've got Oman. I don't want an alliance with Oman. Unless I could vassalize them, which I can't. I'm going to decline that. I'm going to dissolve that alliance. Guys, I helped you get out of it, but that's all I'm doing for you. Russia's still in debt. Oh, well. A bit of a nothing episode, apart from the Ottomans. Oh, there's Ragusa. So freed them. That's going to hurt them, you'd imagine. And there's the two Hungary states returned. It's odd. Hungary's like all over the place. Alright, come on Russia. Need you to get your money back on track. Until then though, thanks for watching guys. Appreciate the support and as always, hope to see you next time. Take care out there.